Welcome to my YouTube channel, Noni M Podcast. So I want us to talk about the biggest problem that we are facing. The biggest question in the Senzo Meyiwa trial right now is no longer about ballistics, cell phone evidence, or confessions. The question is much deeper than that because Sana, Albo, the stakes are high. The stakes are higher, not just high, they are higher, Sana. It's Mount Everest or something because wow. Why has the battle suddenly shifted to Qaniselani Makimba Buthelezi? If you can answer me that question. The battle has shifted to Qaniselani Makimba Buthelezi. Now, think about what has happened over the last few weeks, right? A witness takes the stand and openly tells the court that there are portions of the statement being attributed to him that he does not recognize. He insists that certain sections are not his words. He repeatedly states that he only stands by what he personally told the investigators. That immediately creates a problem. How? Make that make sense. Because if a witness rejects a statement, the issue stops being about the witness and starts becoming about the process used to obtain that statement. And that is where the danger begins. The state case has invested years into presenting a particular narrative. Investigators have spent countless hours building that narrative. Prosecutors have defended that narrative in court. Court time, public resources, and reputation have all been invested in that narrative. Now, imagine what happens if a witness successfully convinces the court that a disputed statement cannot be relied upon. The consequences will extend far beyond one witness. Questions would naturally arise about how the statement was obtained. Questions would arise about who drafted it. Questions would arise about who approved it. Questions will arise about whether proper procedures were followed. And once those questions begin, they do not stop with a single document. They spread. They spread. That is why this moment feels so significant. The courtroom is no longer focused exclusively on events that happened on the night Senzo Meyiwa was killed. Instead, attention is increasingly turning toward the integrity of investigation itself. Every answer now matters. Every contradiction matters. Every procedural decision matters. Every disputed document matters because credibility has become the new battleground. If the disputed statement survives scrutiny, the state gains ground. If the disputed statement collapses, the state gains the defense gains ground. It is that simple. And that is why the testimony of Qaniselani Buthelezi has attracted so much attention. Not because he is one of the accused, not because he is one of the investigating officers, but because he has placed the spotlight directly onto the process. For years, the focus was on the committed crime or who committed the crime. Today, the focus is increasingly becoming whether the investigation itself can withstand examination. And if that incredibility battle intensifies, the ripple effects could reach every corner of its case. The entire case now will fall apart. The coming hearings may determine far more than the fate of a single witness. They may determine how the entire investigation is ultimately viewed. That is why many observers believe the next few court appearances could be among the most important moments of the entire Senzo Meyiwa trial. And that is the nuclear bomb of it all. Now, the question is, how did Judge Wata because he did. How can he try and turn this all about Uqaniselani? He made all of this about Uqaniselani because Judge Wata is doing exactly what Mgomezulu accused him of doing. Because if he was not doing that, he would allow the entire process to play itself without interfering the way he does. He is interfering because he understands what is on stake, he understands the stakes are high, and he sees who's losing before even saying anything out loud out there, it's showing that someone is losing and that someone is not someone that Judge Rata is prepared to see them lose. Now, he made the entire, Judge Rata Mokgoatleng decided he's going to make the entire situation. This week, he made it about Uqiniselani. Unprovoked, nothing happened. He is forcing it to be about Uqiniselani, and it's very scary what he is doing. One would sit and wonder, does this man care about legacy? What is going on? Is he under pressure? Is he scared of something? What's going on, guys? Because it's not looking good. Oh, my dear, the entire situation is not looking good. It's bad. The entire situation is one of those, like you ask, Kante, what kind of a judge is this? This is a man who wants to be seen as the best. Guys, look at Judge Rata. He wants to be seen as the best, Mr. Know-it-all, Mr. I've done this and that. I know who and who. I know who's this. Yeah, he is that guy that is always name dropping, that is always bragging, that is always like, yet behavior. The behavior is very questionable. I'm telling you, Judge Rata Mokgoatleng, everything that he does is questionable that got through. In a week, you can count maybe out of 10, it's only 1% or 2% gay. 3% it's a good day, but 1 to 2% where he's standing with the defense. Most of the time, he will stand with the state through and through. He don't care who gets hurt in the process. He is standing with the state. Or he doesn't care who gets hurt in the process. He stands with the state. And right now, the way he treated the last time we were in court on Monday, the way he treated the defense, the accused, and everybody, shocking. In fact, every time you think you've clocked to Judge Rata, he's gonna show you, but no, you clocked nothing. No, you clocked nothing. Like, look at me very carefully and think and see if do you really know me? He will show you that you don't know him. That is the kind of a man he is. So that is why I'm saying, why is he changing goalposts? He's changing them now. He is at Uqiniselani because it's, in fact, let's do an entire video about what Judge Rata did there. What Judge Rata was trying to do when it comes to Uqiniselani. And do you think it's going to work? I doubt. Something is going on behind the scenes, no matter how you can look at it, no matter what you can say. Something is going on behind the scenes. About Judge Rata, it can't be that we are going to sit here, listen to Judge Rata saying all of this chamber. It's a all of this change. Like, oh, shame, this man. I am telling you, we are yet to hear big things about the Senzo Meyiwa case, guys. If we think we have seen all, Askaraboni needs. When it comes to the Senzo Meyiwa murder case, we have not seen anything, guys. The truth will come out. This is one truth that is going to force its way out, no matter how many times or how many people were involved in hiding it. It will force its way out. We've prayed about it. We've spoken to God, and He is not going to allow anyone to. It's going to explode. It's going to explode in people's faces, and it won't be a joke. It won't be a joke when the time comes, and the time will come. Because there is no way. And I'm laughing at also Judge Rata. I've never seen him in court before, but I foresee Uguti this case was his karma. This is his karma, this case, Judge Rata. Imagine coming out of retirement only for you to be on live television every day and being exposed. Out of retirement and only for you to be exposed. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? Because Sana Ngeke. Oh, Sana Lam Ngeke. uJudge Rata is something else. But get time will tell ukuthi izinto zizohamba kanjani. Ne-verdict yakhe will tell us ukuthi izinto zizohamba kanjani. Where you are sitting, what are your thoughts? Let's talk. Drop them comments in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. I want to hear from you. Thank you so much. Please do enjoy your day. Bye-bye.